What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of In the Wild. I'm Rayshawn, and it's graduation season. We are about to experience some very talented grads walk across the stage, and today's episode, we're going to get to talk to two of them. So they're both from the Dental College of Georgia, and if you are a longtime viewer of the show, we don't always get students from Dental College of Georgia, so I'm super excited to talk to these guys, John and Niang, who have just super amazing stories. And they are going to talk to us a little about their dental school experiences and what's to come. So I hope you're ready because here we go. Welcome, guys, to In the Wild. Super excited to have you here because, as I told you guys before, we don't always have DCG students. So thank you because I know you're super busy.
Thank you for inviting
Thank you
us.
for having us.
Yeah. So, John, I guess we can get started with you. What inspired you to pursue a career in dentistry, and how has your journey evolved from undergrad to being a dental student?
So that's a very good question. I was born in Haiti. I was in Haiti till I was until the age of 13, and I do recall at a young age having a toothache and was unable. My family was unable to actually take me to get that taken care of. So when I moved to the States, I recall being in a dental chair and having to have my molar extracted. For some reason, that stuck with me. After high school, I didn't have the confidence to just follow through and go into college, so it took a little delayed. But once I was able to get myself together, I pursued, became a dental assistant, then a dental
Nice.
hygienist, and then now in dental school. So here I am. So my goal is right now to be able to make dental care accessible for people like me who don't have access to dental care.
What about you, Neon?
Yes, so similar to John, I was born in Burma or Myanmar. It's a Southeast Asian country, and I came here when I was around 8 years old, and I've always wanted to work in the healthcare field, but I just didn't know like which specific field I want to work in. And so by the time I was a senior in high school, I had to make up my mind, like, what do I want to study? And so then I started to shadow dental offices, and I also took my mother to the dental office a lot. So with all those experiences combined, and I know that I want to use my career to help others as well. So with all the factors combined, I decided to pursue dentistry because I realize I'm very hands-on. Like, I love the art and science and service aspect of it. So I made up my mind to study biology pre-dental when I was an undergrad. And my goal is to, of course, use dentistry as a way to give back to my community.
And so, how would, I guess, those experiences with both of your backgrounds influence your approach to patient care?
Do you want to go first?
Right.
So coming from where I came from, being in a space where you see a need, it kind of opened your mind to be able to be of assistance. One thing I'm learning right now, one thing I've learned a few months ago in dental school is the fact that sometimes being of assistant does not mean to save a tooth. Actually, could mean to remove a tooth because that's what a patient can actually afford. So that's a very learning curve that I'm learning where I'm like, no, I want to help and keep everything in there, but sometimes people can't keep everything in there. So you figure out how they need you and provide the service that they need.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I think it has helped me to become a more compassionate provider
Right.
because sometimes they might not be able to afford the best treatment option, and so it has made me consider different perspectives, like and consider their options. And I think that has been a very invaluable thing to have as a provider.
So, let's talk a little bit about your experience so far with, well, not so far because you're about to graduate, but your experience with DCG. What were your first impressions since we're the only dental college in the state of Georgia? Both have made it through. So what was it like first being accepted and your first impressions of being here on campus?
Yeah, I actually didn't know anybody from here. I had no connections. I was nervous, obviously nervous, and but thankfully the school has a program where they set you up with a mentor that's
Oh,
a year
nice.
before you.
Right.
So that really enhanced my experience. It made me, even though I didn't know anyone on campus, like at least I know one person, you know.
Right.
And but I loved when I first visited the school before being accepted. I loved the facilities and the environment. It really reminded me of my undergrad. So I felt like the transition wouldn't be so drastic, or like it made me feel like home.
Yeah. I totally agree with everything Niang said. The mentorship at the beginning definitely helped, especially for us, because like her, I didn't know anyone. The one thing I did look at was the cost of tuition. I was very excited about that because it was pretty low because I thought I was going to owe a lot of money. So that was exciting. But the facility definitely one. I think the interviewing process was very different. It was
Okay.
almost as if they were convincing me to choose them. And I said that to everybody. But in fact, I was just like, no, actually choose me because they make the interviewing process, it's not an interview, it's more like an engagement. You talk to the faculty, almost already felt at ease. Even the faculty within the ones that we interview with, we didn't know when we got to be in their class, realized that's just who they are. They're just the kind of people that are very welcoming and they want to help you. So that part was extremely inviting. So I just knew I was in the right place once I got in.
I love that, hearing both of your stories and experiences. Has there been anything throughout your time here that surprised you about dentistry or the field? Like coming into your first year to now being about to graduate that you may have had like an unexpected passion or just any other unexpected surprises?
I think I surprised myself in the fact that I'm at the end and I couldn't believe I did this. It's just, you see a mountain, you're like, can I really climb this? And then you're at the top, you're like, oh man, I actually did this. So the dentistry part, I think like Niang was saying earlier with the compassionate part, that was already there. The trying to serve others, that was already there base of our background. But I think being in that challenging environment and being able to conquer and winning and making it to the end was the most surprising factor for me because I don't care what they say. The whole time you're in dental school, you're doubting yourself, and you need to be motivated to keep pushing forward. So the fact that I am about to see graduation in a few weeks is very amazing. It's an amazing feeling. So that's what was surprising to me.
Yeah, I think one of the things that surprised me is how much there is to learn about
I
dentistry.
agree. I agree. I agree.
I know we've spent the last 4 years being in class, attending lectures, and learning procedures from sim lab to clinic. We've learned a lot, but I still feel like there's a tremendous amount of things to learn
Yes.
still, and I think that's one of the things that I guess I didn't necessarily expect, but
That's there.
that
Also, the business aspect too.
yeah.
Yeah, they're just
Oh,
because
yeah.
you in school, you're like, okay, I'm learning how to use my hands in treatment and patients, and then you thought, well, even if you're not gonna own your own practice, you're gonna have to be almost a business owner. You have to look out for yourself and paperwork and certain treatment, even the legal part of it as well. So that was that. Those are things that are pretty surprising and more to learn as we get out there for
Yeah.
sure.
And like with all the, and also another thing is treatment philosophies.
Yes.
You know, there's a lot of information out there, but you, like each professor might have a different treatment philosophy, and so like part of the schooling is learning how to develop your own philosophy of treatment. Because when we step out there, we won't always have somebody behind our watching our back, and so I think that was one thing that I had to develop like throughout
Right.
the 4 years too.
Yeah. And then to add to that as well is just because she may have a different philosophy than I do does not mean hers is wrong. Or, it's like everyone have different aspect, and that's the beauty of dentistry. There's a million paths to get to the result. Everyone just see it from a different perspective, so you learn to appreciate other classmates. Her and I will see cases and we'll talk about what would you do here. Well, it's a beautiful thing. So yeah, so the learning, back to the learning aspect, there's just so much more to learn for sure.
Yeah, that sounds exciting, but also on the other hand, it's like a big accomplishment that you made it this far to know that you still have more to learn.
Right.
Yeah.
And I guess to the opposite point of my question, what do you think those who aren't in dentistry might be surprised to know about dental school?
It's a lot of physical labor. Especially like from sim lab, we had to pour up cast and mount them, and like you spend so much time in the lab like doing physical labor, and then you're in clinic, you're your own assistant, you're the provider, you're the manager, everything. So I think that's at least one thing that I was surprised about. And even when my family asked me what I'm doing in the lab, and I'm showing them what I'm doing, and they're like, wow, this is like a workshop.
Yeah. Dental school has a very great way of exposing your strength, but really exposing your weaknesses.
Okay.
And then in a way you kind of have to, I had a classmate who graduated about 2 years ago. He said, don't let your highest days be your highest and your lowest be your lowest. Basically, don't just bank. If you're having a great day, don't spend too much time on it. And if you're having a bad day, don't spend too much time on it. Just focus on chugging forward. And so because it's such a learning curve and there's such an up and down process, but such a beautiful process at the same time. So coming from the fact that graduation is right around the corner, I'm so happy about that.
Well, I'm excited for y'all. As someone who got their master's degree and experienced graduation last year, like,
Nice.
I'm feeling that for y'all. Is there anything else that I guess surprised you about dental school that people may not think of or recognize?
I mean, it's not, so I think really, so one of the things that delayed me from entering dental school sooner was the fact that I thought you have to be top of the class. You have to be the smartest person in the room. You have to be sharp. Your GPA got to be top notch and all that. So that was very, what word should I use? Intimidating, so then I didn't want to touch that topic right away. But what I'm learning so far is all about drive. It's all about perspective. It's all about, just waking up every day and give it your best shot. Some days you fail, some days you win, some days you cry, some days you bleed, some days you sweat. But nonetheless, it's a matter of looking at the whole process because it's all a big chapter. That's what I would want the outside world to know about dentistry.
Anything to add to that?
From my experience, I would say that one. Sorry,
It's okay.
what was the question again? I want to like.
Yeah,
implement
just
it into
anything
my
else
answer.
that might come as a surprise for those who aren't familiar.
Yeah. So we have like 93, 94 classmates.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have expected us to be so close. Like we spent every single day together, at least for 3 years.
Yeah.
Like every single day together.
Yeah.
And you eventually get close to them. And I think that's one thing that I wouldn't have expected about dental school.
I love that.
Yeah.
Because we're all different characters, some are very loud and bright, some are very shy, but the people that put the group together does a great job at making sure it just fits so well. You're like, well, I can't. You're looking at someone like, wow, it's amazing how their character, my character match so well. Or, you just watch other people interact. Like Niang said, it's very surprising for sure.
And to wrap up this segment here, if you could go back and relive any moment from your academic journey, what would it be?
Go back in dental school, go back outside of dental school.
I'll let you decide.
If I could go back, I think I would have pursued dental school much sooner.
Okay.
I think if I could go back and relive any moment, it would be dental school much sooner to just because then I wish I had known that it's not about the smarts, it's about the grind, is be ready to go. Now, I would not want to relive dental school again though. I just want to do it one time and be done with it because it's such a strong process. It's very enjoyable, but I just want to do it one time. I had a doctor who I work for. He said he would do dental school again if he was just as ignorant as he was prior to him starting dental school. So, and I thought that was very good. He said if he knows what he knows now, no, he would not. But he would want to do it again without knowing everything he knows. So that's how I feel about the process. Yeah.
I would want to relieve the first time I saw a patient.
Okay.
I know it was intimidating,
Yeah.
but like first time being in clinic, seeing someone besides your classmate, that was like a hurdle to overcome. But I think it hit me then that, wow, I'm actually entering like dentistry as a clinician. And among many other moments that I want to relive, that's the one that stood out to me right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm enjoying the conversation so far, and for those watching, stay tuned. We have more of these guys when we come back.
Hello, my name is Susan Davies, and I'm your Vice President for Enrollment and Student Affairs. I'm so delighted that I get to talk with you today about 4 to Finish. These are 4 aspects that we want you to incorporate into your life here at Augusta University in order to be successful. We feel like if you incorporate 4 to Finish, that you will be happier with your Augusta University experience and that you'll graduate on time. So what is 4 to Finish? Number 1, engage. We want you to engage both inside and outside of the classroom. Join a club or organization, speak with your faculty member after class, engage in undergraduate research. Number 2, we want you to make purposeful choices. Make purposeful choices about how you spend your time, about your major, and even about who you study with. Make purposeful choices. 3 is to develop your academic mindset. We want you to come into college and to be a student here at Augusta University with a growth mindset, with a mindset that allows for you to learn from others and to bounce back easily from mistakes. And number 4 is to follow your program pathway. This means following your curriculum in order to graduate on time, but it also means thinking about what you want to incorporate into your academic program to make it even more holistic for you. That might include an internship or student leadership. When you graduate from Augusta University, we want you to graduate with your degree in one hand and a career plan in the other. And 4 to Finish will get you there.
We're back. Thanks for sticking around with us, you guys. Before we get into more questions, I wanted to play a fun little game with you both. So I have some paddles for you.
Great.
John, you can pass one to Niang.
Sure.
So this is called Roar or Snore.
Okay.
I have some fun yet debatable things for into dentistry that I want to get your hot takes on. So if you like it, you'll say roar. If not, turn your paddle to snore.
Okay.
So first up, charcoal toothpaste for teeth whitening. That was quick. Why is it a snore?
Charcoal is very abrasive to your teeth, so
Okay.
if you're using it, you're probably doing more harm to your teeth than good. Yeah.
And there is not a magic toothpaste out there that can whiten your teeth. I don't care what anybody tells me. If you're gonna whiten your teeth, just buy the right stuff and get your teeth whitening. Come to the school, we'll make you a tray, we'll give you some syringes to go home with and whiten your teeth. But toothpaste alone is not gonna. Whitening toothpaste can help maintain the shade after you have gotten them whitening. But to go from where you are to just get them whiter, I don't care what amount of ingredient they put in that toothpaste, not gonna happen. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Next up is oil pulling with coconut oil.
Oh, okay. Go with that.
Okay. You hesitate a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think it's for everyone.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's only for certain patients, and so that's why I was hesitating.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
I'll go with the roar because as a dental hygienist, I saw some very great results with patients that would oil pull, gums bleed, probing that, gum health overall. If they stick with it and they do it consistently, in addition to everything else, they actually get some very good results. So it's like Niang said, it's not for everyone, but if you stay consistent with it, go for it.
Okay, okay. Next up, which I can kind of guess where you might go with this one, but using TikTok dental hacks like filing your teeth with a nail file.
Yeah, go ahead. No.
Oh,
No, nail file. It's called a nail file for a reason. So, no. Although I do think the enamel is very hard, I wouldn't say you're gonna damage it, but if you do it consistently enough, you may cause some damage. But a nail file is for nail. If you need anything, just come to the school. Let us help you out. Rather than take it yourself. Your teeth are not DIYs where you do it yourself. You just let the professionals handle that. And we'll make sure you're in good shape. Well, you won't be seeing me and Neon, but you probably
Yeah.
can see the next class after us.
yeah. You might also alter the anatomy
Right.
of your tooth, or like reduce the protective layer. So, yeah, like John said, it's better to go to a professional.
Fluoride-free toothpaste.
I'm gonna go with snore.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead. You wanna go?
Yeah.
You can go.
Fluoride is an ingredient. I know there's a lot of controversy around it, but fluoride in toothpaste is beneficial for your teeth because it serves as a protective agent against cavities. And so for me, like the concentration that you're getting in your toothpaste, even if you brush 2 times a day, it's not enough to cause you the harm that people kept mentioning. Obviously, you have to adjust the portion size according to your age. Like you wouldn't, for children, it's a pea size, I think,
Right.
or a rice size, I think.
right,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then for adult, like you would adjust the portion according to the age, but I think it can be more beneficial
Yeah.
than harm.
I would definitely agree with everything Neon said. Now, if you're a patient who has low caries risk and you say, hey, I don't want fluoride in my toothpaste, sure, go, you're not prone to getting cavities, no problem. But if you're prone to getting a lot of cavities, then, then the conversation begins, well, it could help. It could help delay the factor of you getting cavities. So, so we're like, maybe you should consider it. But if I have a patient in my chair that says, hey, I'm going to use my toothpaste with no fluoride, I'm not going to argue with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just educate them on what needs to be done and go from there.
Next up, tooth gems and decorations on teeth.
I'm going to
Snore.
follow her on that. Yeah, I'm going to follow her because anything you're doing can harm your teeth.
Okay.
So you're not sure how it's placed, what is done to the teeth prior to it being placing, if the proper material is being used to hold it together. So, there's a lot of risk there. If a dentist is not willing to do it for you, then I would stay away from it.
Yeah, and the main concern for me is it's like when you get braces, the brackets, like if you don't maintain adequate oral hygiene,
Right.
you can have stain around your teeth when you take the brackets out. And so having something on your teeth is just another source for plaque to attach to. Like if you don't maintain it well, it's just gonna cause you more harm down the road. So I mean, if you are doing a really good job keeping it clean, and your dentist said it's okay, it's not going to interfere with anything, then, you know, why not? But I would be like I would like to stay on the safe side of it.
I got you.
Agreed.
Drinking coffee through a straw to prevent stains. Roar. Okay.
Yes.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Ow. Oh, this is what I haven't heard before. Using apple cider vinegar for teeth whitening. Snore. Have y'all heard that before?
I'm sure people are trying different things right now. I
Okay.
mean, not different things, period. And a lot of it just, yeah, they just find it. They want to experiment. And you know, the beauty about teeth is that a lot of times if something's wrong, it doesn't hurt right away. So a lot of people don't realize the damage that they're causing to their teeth because they're not seeing. It's not like your eye where if I poke it right now, you're gonna instant pain. Teeth, it just takes a time, a little while to build up for you to know. So a lot of people don't realize the kind of damage they're causing until later on. So then the experiment regarding teeth is much higher, you know, because of that instant, you know, reaction of pain or whatever.
I
But
got
teeth
you.
have feelings too.
I love that. Water flossers. Roar or snore? Both say roar. I have a water flosser at home that I love.
Great. It's awesome.
And sticking on with flossing, using mouthwash as a replacement for flossing. Roar or snore?
So mouthwash as a replacement for flossing. Oh yeah, that's a snore.
I mean, some people have limited ability to floss adequately, and so in those situations, like going back to the water flosser, you know, using the water floss can help. But I would say I wouldn't just use a water floss or just a mouthwash. I definitely try to floss. That's the most efficient way to mechanically clean in between your teeth and around the gum area. And so I would say, like, try to floss. If you can, try to floss, and everything else will be supplementary.
Agreed. And when she said mechanically, so because the bacteria moth sometimes attach to your teeth, and then the water sometimes could remove some, but it may not be able to get all of it. But so when you get the floss, you kind of scrape it off your teeth a bit. And regarding mouthwash, I always tell my patients, when you take a shower, you don't just take a shower, just water. So you need soap. Soap decreases the bacteria, so that's where mouthwash comes in. So when you brush, you floss, you mouthwash because you want to reduce the bad bacteria in your mouth.
Well, thank you guys for playing Roar or Snore. I learned a little bit. And just as we kind of close up with this episode here, what advice would you give to students who may be an undergrad who are aspiring to be like you guys and want to become dentists?
I'd say keep an open mind, like be willing to learn, and take the opportunity that you have, take full advantage of the opportunities that you have, because you're only going to be in school for so long. So try to make the most out of it and challenge yourself.
Perfect. And then also get to know some of the classmates at DCG. Get to know DCG is a big school regarding who you know. You know what you know, but who you know actually helps. And if you have any doubt about dentistry, just kill that and just go for it. Just go for it, because I wish I went for it much sooner, but go for it. You got this. You can do it.
And as graduation approaches, like, what emotions are you feeling right now, knowing that you're about to become dentists? No longer future dentists, but actual dentists.
It's excitement.
Very nervousness.
Okay.
Because we now are responsible for ourselves. We have been so far practicing under other people's licensure, under their own umbrella. Now we get out. Now we have to be the umbrella. We're going to have staff. We're going to have real lives, real people depending on us to be successful so we can help others. So it's an excitement. It is a big responsibility, but we're more excited and nervous. Still nervous, but more excited and nervous for sure.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, any final thoughts about just wrapping up dental school and graduating?
Oh man, it goes by fast.
Okay.
Very fast. You walk in, you're like, oh man, I'll never make it past 2 years. Like, no, okay, never mind. I'm not gonna make it to year 4. Because they push you, they grow you, they groom you, because they want you to bring your best selves out. But you're gonna blank and then you're like, whoa, I'm a few weeks away from graduation. This is crazy, but it's so worth it.
Yeah, I kind of tagging along with what John said. Dr. Sword, one of our professors at DCG, used to tell us that the days
The days
are
are
long,
long,
but the years are
short.
short. Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I keep reminding myself when dental school. Like some days are long, and it seems like you're never gonna get through it. But take it one day at a time, and now we're here. So
Yeah.
But
Dr. Sword
keep
is
that
awesome, by the way. So if any incoming students get to meet her, they're gonna know that for themselves as well. So great. That's yes,
Shout out to
absolutely
her.
great. Yes.
And a shout out to you guys. Thank you for chatting with me a little bit. And I'm
Thank
wishing
you.
you all the best
Thank
in the
you for
next
inviting
chapter.
us. Thank
you
you.
so
Thank you
much
for
for
having
having
us here. We
us.
had a great time. Thank you.
All right, y'all. I hope you enjoyed that episode. I really enjoyed getting to chat with Niang and John. Congratulations again, you guys. And congrats to all of our Jaguars walking across the stage. Thank you so much. I cannot wait to see all the cool things you guys do in this next chapter. And I hope you like this episode. And of course, you already know at this point what I'm going to ask you to do. Like, subscribe, do all the things to let us know you enjoyed it. Wish all of our Jaguars in the class of 2025 some congratulations. And until then, I will see you guys in the next one. Go Jags!